Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is chapter 355. The unofficial translations dropped about half hour ago. I'm a little bit slow on the gun on this one. But last we left off, we had the beginning of the fight that I've been most anticipating, which is Endeavor versus All for One. And the fight went as you expected. Endeavor and Hawks doing some tag team attacks on All for One. But in comes a twist. Flying on the back of Tokoyami comes Jiro, laying some sound waves on All for One. Well, I guess she didn't hit him with it, but she blocked his attack. And she talked smack with him. That was great. It was a really surprising chapter in general. So, based on the first panel that I can see here, it looks like we're continuing with that fight, which is great. As for predictions, I made jokes about this in the last chapter, how if Jiro's the one who defeats All for One, I'm calling bullshit. But I thought about it for a while, and I was just like, obviously I don't want her to have the last striking blow. I think that would be kind of, I mean, on one hand I'd like it because it's out of all people in the show, she's the last person I would ever expect to do this. But also, I feel and this is Endeavor's moment where he should shine, but we'll see. No predictions. Let's just dive on in. The confrontation with All for One reaches its climax. Wow, after one chapter, already reached its climax. We have Endeavor crashing to the ground because, as we know, he got that huge ass rib shot. We get an image of Todoroki and Dabi. Shoto, are you all right? Shoto. Toya, my boys, he's thinking this to himself. Okay, Endeavor looks a little bit, like someone stretched his face out, and he looks dead. He looks like a zombie. He looks like those things in Wind Waker, Zelda Wind Waker, if you guys ever play that game. Like the mummies that come out of the caskets and they drop their jaw. He looks like a mummy right now. He's bleeding from the from the sides of his mouth, and he just looks really bizarre. I'm gonna have to make that an emote or something on Discord. That's actually pretty funny. I'll probably do that later. By the way, link in the description if you want to join the Discord. Endeavor, he tries to stand up and kind of falls back down. What on earth am I doing? He says to himself. And then he thinks, it was foolish to lose my cool with All for One like that. Yeah, no shit. The one thing he's known for is talking crap, and you fell for it. It literally happened to All Might twice. And you let it happen to you. Next shot as we get the ground being soaked in blood. After all, I bear the sole responsibility for this fight. Everything that's happened up until now in these wounds, it's all on me. I don't know about all on you, but it's a decent chunk, I guess. Cutting back to the battle between Jiro, Tokoyami, Hawks, and All for One. Again, come on. That's so batshit crazy. I kind of love it. I didn't see this coming. We have Hawks in the foreground closest to us, and then between All for One and him, it's Jiro on Tokoyami. We're cutting to Hawks. My feathers still detect the vibration of Endeavor's breathing, so the attack must have missed his lungs. Okay, shit. All right, well that's good. It still probably destroyed some of his rib cage. That's disgusting to think about. He'll come back. I just need to keep fighting until then. He shouts, Tsukuyomi. And then Tokoyami shouts back, don't waste your breath, Hawks. What do you mean this is no place for us? Remember that I was deployed here to support the main force in case things went south. Yeah, they're definitely going south. Okay. But was Jiro deployed for that reason? I wonder. Hawks thinks to himself, we never thought that it actually happened with Endeavor here. You'll die, he thinks. Geez, I'm so pathetic, he keeps thinking to himself. Will you save me again, hero? Says Hawks. You got it, says Tokoyami. Dude, okay. I don't love Hawks as a character. I think he's just fine. I understand we had a backstory and stuff with him. I understand a lot of people are really huge fans of him. I just think he's fine. He's just, got a cool quirk and cool look. But I really liked his and Tokoyami's relationship. I like how he took him literally under his wing. And I like this camaraderie they share because they're both like avian type people. So All for One gearing up for an attack, his arm's starting to bulge and look all gross like it always does. I'm sorry, but our playtime here is over. I can't afford to have anything happen to my precious other me, he says to himself. He says out loud. And then he thinks, that strike I landed on Endeavor wasn't fatal, and I'm sure he'll keep on fighting until his last breath, which means that their objective now must be buying as much time as possible. Like hell, these two lousy birds are gonna keep me here. He thinks to himself, lousy birds. Again, it's just showing his intellect, which is great. He's just incredibly intelligent, battle smart villain. He's been around a long time. So the weakest link right now is, and he's thinking about Hawks. Wait, no, is he thinking about Jiro? Dude, oh shit, he's going for Jiro. Yo, right there. And he sends out like little ropes with like teeth faces on. Dude, All for One's quirks, they're so batshit crazy. Dude, he's going for Jiro right now. Oh shit. And it looks like it's about to hit her, and okay, so she either jumps off of Tokoyami or Tokoyami throws her with Dark Shadow up into the air. Or it could be feathers from Hawks. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, she's up in the air and has like an exclamation mark, like, oh shit, that was close. And it was Hawks. Okay. All for One says Hawks. And then two more feathers come around and hit All for One's helmet. Yo, let's go. Because and he comes in for a slash too with his swords. I won't let anyone die, he thinks to himself. Take the lead, Tokoyami. I'll match my speed to yours. Yo, this is pretty cool. Okay. Jiro, are you alright? Says Dark Shadow. Yeah, she says, as she lands back on top of him. Aim for the mask. If you crack it with your sound waves, we can win. Alright, she says. You knew what you were getting into, Jiro. She thinks to herself. I almost didn't see his attack. Yeah, but she's lucky they helped him out, because she was about to be chomp bait with those mouth things. Even my goosebumps are delayed in detecting any malice he sends my way. By the way, great Jiro visuals here. We're getting like the lines etched on your face, which is like Horikoshi's style of like showing deep like shock or like intensity, you know? Midoriya, Aoyama, she thinks to herself. So this is what you've been dealing with all this time. Oh, this fear? Okay, yeah. Obviously, Aoyama was shitting himself over the fear of All for One, and Deku's been dealing with All for One for a long time now. All for One says, you're shaking, poor thing. Dude, this is... Can we just take a moment, like... Never in a million years, I can't get over this, that we have Tokoyami and Jiro fighting All for One, and then you have All for One targeting her because he senses her fear. You're shaking, poor thing. Talking shit still. I'm sorry. This is like... this is amazing. Like, I just want to say that. Hawks notices something. Did you think this was some kind of school trip? He says, dude, he's zipping them out, these one-liners. And he's got some, whoa. Oh, okay. He sends out a large mouth this time. And you can see the nostril, like, on the top of it. That's just, what a fun detail. But, oh, dude, we get an oh shit look on Tokoyami and Jiro. They both look at this like, fuck. Dude, that's great. What a great I love the way Horikoshi draws, like, expressions. This is a classic Horikoshi expression right here with Jiro and Tokoyami looking back in, like, shock at this thing. That is great. What a way to put you in the moment. Hawk sends two of his feathers. I don't know if it's going to reach in time, though. Don't be so delusional. You're not even part of the main cast. Getting fourth wall up in here. You're not even a main character. You're a background character. Even though I personally make the argument that Class 1A is the heart of the show. Yeah, but whatever. All for One doesn't go by my feelings. Oh shit. So he sends the big attack at Jiro and Tokoyami, but while Hawks is distracted by that, All for One sends his little tendril things, the little stabby things, and he kind of fucks up Hawks right here. It's no use, Hawks. You haven't got enough feathers to handle my attacks, he says. In your current state, you're utterly useless. Did rubbing and then in that he's that all that he thought to himself, and then he says, "Did rubbing shoulders with extraordinary people make you think that you were someone special, worthy of facing off against the demon lord?" As we get a shot of, oh my god, Jiro's hurt. Tokoyami looks okay, but Jiro, yo, did she lose one of her like earlobe things? Yo, oh, she did. Okay, I saw the panel of her riding on top of Tokoyami, and then down below it shows a close up of Jiro. Dude, she's got like a big gash right here on the side of her head, and basically her whole ear is gone. I don't know if that's something that like grows back. I don't know if it's ever been specifically said if her like earlobe things grow back, but that's pretty brutal, dude. Oh yeah, and then it shows it in the panel down here. I'm gonna avoid looking at too much. So I'm gonna scroll down slowly. I kind of keep surprises. All for One says, "All you do is talk about who's weak, who's strong, who's special, and who can inspire fear in others." Okay, so this is her thinking. Yo, dude, wait! I just noticed a cool detail. Since Jiro, we're focusing on Jiro right now. The boxes, the lines are on the boxes are like the beats, you know, like the Jiro style. So this is her. This is her talking. All right. All you do is talk about who's weak, who's strong, who's special, and who can inspire fear in others. As we see a close-up shot of her, her ear, like the tendril part of her ear, literally flying through the sky with the speaker. Yep, as she lost it. Well, I don't give a damn about any of that nonsense. As we get she's thinking about Deku and Aoyama, and she starts to like shout here with the remaining speakers she has. All I know is that you made my friends cry. Dude, that's badass. That's a great shot. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. Again, Horikoshi gets me with these amazing, emotional, expressive panels. I don't even care what happens next. This is amazing. You made my friends cry. That's some raw emotion right there. That's hardcore, as Jiro, or as like someone would put it, because she's like all about punk aesthetic and stuff. That's badass. Heartbeat wall smacks legato. She's dude, legato like the orchestra. I'm something like that. I don't know. I'm stupid, but she hits All for One smack with it. Motivation, spirit, ability. All for One says to himself, and then he thinks, those concepts only exist in the realm of the weak. And then he says, it's useless in the face of absolute power, as he whips the hand back. Oh, whoa. This chapter is kind of going all over the place. We're cutting to the Vestige world, and we have... It's kind of like what happened before when the quirks were like revolting with Star and Stripes New Order, but they're like clamoring onto All for One's body here. Yo, are these the wills of the people whose quirks I've stolen? As he looks down. Impossible. Could New Order have exposed me to this? Dude. So this is the will. Hawks! Of those weaklings. Oh, so like the weak are like rising up against him, and like in the Vestige world. Whoa. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. And that was in the Vestige world. In the real world, Jiro continues to shout, Hawks! And so as he's being pelted with this giant sound wave, Hawks comes in, about to lay the smack on him probably. 1 strike. 2, 3, he thinks to himself. By successfully damaging the exact same spot, I've opened up a crack. There is a crack in the helmet. Is he about to expose it right now? Sonic vibration propagate. Everything adds up, you know? He comes in with the sword slice. I love how he says that. Everything adds up, you know? He comes in with the sick sword swipe, smacks him in the helmet so hard it breaks the sword. I think he's only got 1 sword left. Wind cutting blade. And then we get a decent sized break in the mask. We see one of his weird ass eye things from the potato head himself. Together have managed they managed to break his mask? There's a break next week. Okay. Chapter 355 end. Okay. The beginning of this chapter, they said that this fight was reaching its climax. I don't think so. I mean, they're doing well here, but I think that we still have a lot of this fight left to go. This is only the second chapter we're having this fight. Like, All for One is not losing in 3 chapters. I'm sorry. This is the guy who brought All Might to his limits twice. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to discredit Jiro, Hawks, and Tokoyami's work here. But like, when they say this is reaching its climax, I feel like that's a fake out, because I think there's still a good amount of more of this to go. Endeavor has to get his ass up and be the number 1 hero. He's kind of sulking a bit here. Shit, though, dude. Jiro. Props to Jiro, dude. I'll be honest, I made the mistake of thinking that Jiro's, like, not character development, but I thought Jiro's, like, best moment was behind her with the the cultural festival. But like, this is at least equaling that moment, because she's literally talking smack with All for One, and like, this is like the Lord of Evil, the guy who like ruled over Japan, and he's like having to focus on Jiro of all people and like deal with her, and he's like, dude, and he's getting effed up by the sound waves and shit, like, and Jiro being punk rock hardcore here, lost an ear, bleeding, but still like lays a damn powerful attack on him. And she says, all I know is that you made my friends cry. And then like, not only that, but we're getting something else within the Vestige world. We're getting these quote unquote weak background people who he's been dissing this entire time. Like, they're clamoring onto him. Interesting. So could New Order have exposed me to this? So I think even though New Order was eventually dissolved because it just like got dismantled within All for One, maybe that little moment of rebellion stirred up the spirits inside of All for One, you know, all the quirks and stuff. And now they're actually taking chances to like fight back. Like, here's All for One in the middle of a fight, and these spirits are like trying to stop him, trying to like mess him up, give the heroes any chance to like take him out. Very interesting. This adds a lot to the mini arc with Star and Stripe, if that is the case, where he's now dealing with this sort of hindrance. I love, though, like, All for One looks down at these things with the kind of like shocked expression, and then he says impossible, and then he does like the big grin, like, like, dude, I'm so ready for this potato head to die. Like, it's gonna be so damn like satisfying. Although I do, part of me wishes like All for One, maybe he's seeing this on some sort of camera or something, but like, I feel like All for One, or All Might deserves to like see this or be a part of it, because this is the guy who like killed his master, messed him up, tried to go after Deku. Like, they have a history, dog. Like, I kind of was hoping for that to happen, but I settled for the backup plan of having Endeavor do it. That would also be very satisfying. But Endeavor is on his ass right now, bleeding, and the students are carrying the load against All for One again. Yeah. Anyway, though, really good chapter. Jiro was awesome in this chapter. Hawks is pretty cool. All for One is always entertaining. I expect next chapter. I expect at least 2 more chapters of intense fighting, and then like 3 chapters from now, probably like some sort of conclusion. Man, I just wonder, like, is this finally where he dies? This moment. By the way, I think Jiro, like, as great as she's done, I don't expect her to do too much more. I think this was kind of like the peak moment for her in this fight, because at the end of the day, you know, is still a student against the Lord of Evil. I think he, first of all for one's like a prideful guy. I think he's gonna bust out some like insane moves now, and I think this fight's gonna really amp up one last time. That's just what I think personally. And I think Endeavor's going to kick into overdrive and potentially kill himself to take out All for One in like a blaze of glory. But yeah. All right. Yeah, that's all I got to say. If you like this chapter, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all that. And yeah, I guess we have a break. So I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks for the next chapter. Until then, hope you guys keep enjoying the reactions to Demon Slayer, Spy Family, etc. So, all right, until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.